Hello, Manny Flores, EVP at Ipsos. As you can see, we're here at the Cannes Lion Festival, and I'm here with my guest, Rema Vasan. Rema, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background to sort of get us started?
Sure. First of all, what an amazing background to be a part of. Thank you for the invite. My name is Rema Vasan, as you said, and I lead North America business marketing at TikTok, and I'm super excited to be here and have this conversation.
Yeah. What's been your sort of favorite Cannes moment thus far, would you say?
I would have to say it's being a part of the Cannes Lions jury this year.
Mm-hmm.
I was privileged to be a part of the jury for the Entertainment Lions for gaming, which, as you can imagine, is a really interesting, dynamic category. And as a jury, we had 3 clear criteria. Work that very much authentically serves what is now a very, very large and complex and diverse gaming community.
Mm-hmm.
The second is really something that adds value to both the game as well as the community. And then finally drives commercial success. And the work that we picked as the Grand Prix is the work that was done for Mercado Libre.
Okay.
And it was really interesting where they essentially took an element of Call of Duty. The name of the campaign is Call of Discounts.
Okay.
And they
Clever.
used... Exactly. They used a prop mode within Call of Duty where essentially everyday items like this chair or this table become items that could be hunted in the form of a famous creator and gamer and footballer, Neymar Jr. So Neymar Jr. was a fridge, he was a chair, he was a table, and people hunted those props down. So they were hunting Neymar down, and the longer Neymar lasted, the lower the discount.
Okay.
So they gamified a sale,
Yeah.
which was pretty incredible, and the business results were astounding. So it was such a fun way to take the game. It was serving the community, it was adding value to the game, and it drove commercial success, and that was the Grand Prix. So it was a really interesting experience, and very happy to have been a part of it.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. I want to go play Call of Duty now.
There you go.
So that just leads us, I guess, to a follow-up question on that. So from your view, what separates good entertainment from like truly exceptional entertainment, or Lions-worthy entertainment?
I think work, and I feel like this hasn't really changed over the years, work that's culturally resonant, that's truly authentic to the brand as well as the communities that they serve. And ultimately, it's also not just work that wins awards, but work that drives the business.
Okay.
And I think those pillars remain unchanged, and we saw it in a lot of the work, whether it was in gaming or even the other categories. So I think that that's the work that truly stands the test of time. And we're also seeing more and more work include creators and be platform first as well. So of course at TikTok we see a lot of work that's truly TikTok first. That's also rising to the top, because then you're not just leaning into what's true to your brand, what's true to your community, but also bringing it to a life in a way that's true to the platform and the communities that that platform serves as well.
Okay, thank you. Now, I'm going to shift topics slightly, and this is a big topic here, I think, across many of the beach venues this week, and that's the role of AI and in creativity. So AI is obviously just sort of changing the way the creative process happens, and it's doing this in real time. What do you think the most successful creative teams are doing right now when it comes to integrating AI into their workflows?
Yeah, this is definitely a hot topic du jour. And I'll say that the most successful creative teams around the world are using AI to not replace human creativity. Because I genuinely believe that there's nothing that can replace human creativity, but rather to enhance human creativity and essentially leverage AI to take away the work of the work, whether it's editing, whether it's translation. There's so many elements where AI can take a lot of the laborious work away. So the humans can really focus on what they do best, which is creative. And what we're seeing is that the best creative teams are really making AI a fundamental part of the planning and the execution process, because then that accelerates the process. It also delivers greater efficiency and impact. At TikTok, we have a suite of AI-based creative solutions under the Symphony brand. And what we're seeing is that with Symphony, because Symphony is embedded into Ads Manager, and the services it offers essentially is editing, translation across global languages.
Okay.
We even announced just yesterday new features like changing, you can just type in text and it becomes a story or an image, or an image that becomes a video.
Okay.
So there's various ways in which you can take existing creative, amplify it, edit it, add new elements, translate it, which leads to a lot of scale and impact, and therefore enhances the creativity that I mentioned earlier. And a great example of this is Vox Media, which is a German performance marketing agency. For their automotive client, they took their existing English creative, translated into using Symphony, which does seamless translations into a variety of global languages, and that extended their reach and lowered their cost per ad by 50%. And increase their impact as well. So I think one of the examples of how AI can enhance the creativity versus replace it.
Okay, so agentic workflows keep the human intelligence front
Exactly.
and center when it comes to the creative aspect. Thank you
Exactly.
for that. All right, last topic. So, TikTok is such a champion when it comes to innovation. You're a leader in building for the future. So, would you like to share with us, what's next for TikTok?
I don't know if it's what's next or what's already here, to be
Okay.
honest. I would say it's search.
Okay.
And, search is interesting because you might say, well, why search? Because search has been around for the last couple of decades, right? Why rethink search now? I think what's interesting is, and we found this in a recent research that we did, is that search behavior is fundamentally changing from being utilitarian, and particularly with Gen Z and millennials, to be much more about discovery. And it's very active discovery. And on TikTok, we have billions, that's with a B, billions of searches happening every day. And what's amazing is, and that has grown, by the way, 40% even as compared to last year. And 1 in 4 people search within 30 seconds of opening the app. So it's very much an embedded behavior on the platform. And what people are searching for isn't just utilitarian. I'll give you an example. I looked for French pharmacy must-haves and outfits to wear in the south of France, etc. It's also an active process of discovery. And this outfit I bought as a result of a find on TikTok. So it's also...
You didn't hunt for it on Call of Duty?
No.
Okay.
I didn't gamify that. Good question, though. But what we're seeing is really interesting, is how brands are leaning into this kind of search behavior and making it less about the product and more about the value that they can give to the community in a very authentic way. And we've brought that to life with a campaign here in Cannes, actually, called the MVPs of POV, that features CMOs from various amazing companies like Elf, Corey Marciato, Vaseline, and so many others, and brings to life their perspectives of how they've been leaning into the platform to drive discovery and a different point of view into the world. So to answer your question, what's next? It's about how search is not just utilitarian, it's about discovery, it's about adding value and transforming. I'm not even going to call it the path to purchase because it's not linear anymore, but really transforming the journey from discovery all the way to conversion.
That's great. Thank you for sharing all of that. Rema, it's been a pleasure to have you
Likewise.
here on the stage with us.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your time here in the south of France.
Thank you.
Thank you.